us today, we got Joe, Trigger Joe Britson.
All right, let's go.
Boom! To try to get a matchup with a gun. Oh, goes the lead. Francis is Gunner.
Well, this is just a fist. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow, it looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding.
Wow.
It's very rare.
What a finish. Another one.
It really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get to... Oh, it's a knockout. Oh, my God. It's a knockout.
And it's closing in. Trying to finish it. And it's over.
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Buck is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it!
Punch me right in the face, man.
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Piercing. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
For his opponent to be quicker on the canvas.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby.
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch.
Wow. How good is this?
Finish him.
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy. That's in the Book of Earl. I think chapter 4, page 10. So, what's up, trash talkers? What's up, Gruntworks? First off, I have to correct the fake Asian in the background. All right, before we start, or we could just I came up with a new nickname for you, but I already forgot it.
Must not have been then.
Oh yeah, Chris the Baker. All right, it's like if he was mafia, that could mean a lot of things. Okay,
seriously,
so,
the Baker. Go see the Baker.
Yeah, go see the Baker. The Baker's talking right now.
Baker's
right?
running the numbers.
Chris the Baker. Everybody learned this in the 90s. You don't say 2 or 1 on TV. All right. And we learned that from Wayne's World. So you threw me off at the start. I told you about upsetting the talent before we go live. All right. And you did it. You said 2 and 1. Anyways, I'm over it. Okay. Welcome.
You lose the 2 and 1 silently. If you say the 2, then the 1, we think a frag's going off.
Well, welcome to UFC Fight Night Pick'em. Now, a little recap from last week before I introduce the experts, if you want to call them that from last week. First off, I, in my drunken stupor, actually picked a lot of winning fights last week. However, with my money that I bet, I did not pick the fights that should have won. Okay. So again, it happens. We have our bad weeks, but you just get over it. Okay. And if you are going to gamble, again, don't be hammered on Saturday, just throwing down $30 and $40 parlays. Okay. When you've lost a couple of fights, that was my mistake, not the experts. If I would have put 40 or 30 bucks down on all that on their lock picks, I would have done all right, but I didn't do that. All right. So just whatever. So here we go. We got Bill, Send It 7 Pearson, and Joe, let me caveat off that, Triggered Britson. All right. Hey, again, you guys, you can check out those shirts at veterantrashtalk.com.
My new thing,
and
Bill. See that?
shop.veterantrashtalk.com. And you can also buy from Gruntworks. at gruntworks.com. I don't know if the baker is running that thing around the screen, but anyways, I got to say it. Gentlemen. Fuck Grunt Style. Okay. So again, if you're shopping at Grunt Style,
I'll follow you down that foxhole.
or
Absolutely.
if you have a Grunt Style shirt, get rid of it. They did their owner, the original owner, who was a veteran, very dirty. Okay. So stop supporting them. Okay. And then maybe that guy can come work for us. Well, he's already a millionaire. He don't care. So
If you're a grunt, go look at their page, though. They look like a bunch of fucking Sears and Roebuck models from the 50s. It's ridiculous.
Right? Like if you're Gruntworks, if you're a grunt and you're on Gruntworks or you're watching Veteran Trash Talk, which is completely 100% veteran owned. All right. And we're a grunts, actual infantrymen, except for Bill. He's kind of half. We always, whatever, and he made his choices.
Bill sends the boom booms.
He'll brag about a little bit about some things here and there, but at the end, he still has to go to bed like going, fuck, I wish I was infantry. All right. So, it's true. It's true. It's like all these good things I did if I just would have been a grunt. And it's okay. I mean, I'm over it if you are.
If I would have been a grunt, I wouldn't have been a JTAC.
Well, why not? Why couldn't you avoid the JTAC?
Because they don't send the 11 series.
This
to
is
JTAC.
why you're not a grunt, because you just make excuses for not going places. But anyways, walked right into that one.
Bill, I'm open-minded, and this does not affect our friendship at all. I don't judge you.
I was at a gay port call, be open-minded. But anyways, before we get into that topic, which we can stay away from, again, guys, they're gonna pick the fights, and they're really, really good, except for last week. But
we were over 50%. I mean, on a bad week.
Well, right. So again, I'm going to urge you guys, if you are gambling with us, all right, gamble the right way, put the money on their locks. Okay. And then throw a little bit of money on the parlays. And like I said, avoid our sponsor, 10th Mountain Whiskey right here. Good stuff. Put in VTT, get that code. Don't drink a lot of that and then do your parlays, because when you put in 40 instead of 10, and you see the payout, you're like, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm about to make some serious dough. And then, oh, great. Then somebody gets roundhouse kicked to the, with the fallopian tube, and down she goes.
We already got a question for Tanner on Gruntworks. He wants to know, can we talk about the Rockies banging dildos on benches to steal signs?
Well, there you go. That came from a former Brewer, actually. A former Brewer, the catcher Kratz. So if you go check out Kratz on like Twitter, that dude is hilarious.
Please explain that to me. Somebody tell me what happened. I'm serious.
So Eric Kratz is I actually tweeted him and he responded to Veteran Trash Talk. So hopefully we can get him on here. But he's a funny dude, and he played for the Brewers, played for some other teams. He's a clubhouse hero no matter where he goes, because he just plays pranks and all that kind of stuff. But he's a really smart guy, and real witty. And he picked up on some other sign stealers, and he released some of those statements. And one of them was the Rockies hitting dildos. But whatever. So you can believe it if you want, but Kratz is the guy, kind of like the Trash Talk Hour, where there might be about 10% truth in it. So you really don't know with Kratz when it's coming out of his mouth.
He's the guy when he gets thrown some high chin music on the first pitch. You're like, yeah, he probably had that coming.
Yeah. Well, no, he's, like I said, he's a tremendous guy to follow on Twitter. So look him up.
I'll have to check him out. Well, the last time you put me on Bob Menery, I was not sorry.
Again, yeah, if you're not following Bob Menery, who refuses to come on our show.
Awesome. What?
All right,
why, Bob?
Yeah, why, Bob? I'm going to tag you in this, Bob, and you suck.
What about Bob?
Suspect. All right. And so, again, we got to get him on the show, which means that these two guys got to start picking right. Okay. No, it's okay. These guys have been on fire all year and a half almost. All right. Just out of control. Again, pay attention to their locks. At the end of the show, they'll give you their locks and their parlays. All right. And then again, put the money on the locks and put a little bit of extra cash on the parlays, because the parlays usually lose, just like last week. All right. To the whatever. But we'll go to the first fight. Let's get started. We have Jack Hermansen versus Edmund Shabazzian. Well, I'm thinking about starting a new part of the show where I just put on a clown mask and make my picks, right? And it's like, hey, if you're feeling crazy, just listen to the clown. All right. And the clown's going to pick something you shouldn't pick. So that might come in the future, but the clown is obviously going with Shabazz. All right. Cause the dude's name is Shabazz, and he's going to win. He's going to win in probably a third round. I'm going to go with I haven't seen an ankle lock in a while. He's going to go a third round ankle lock by Shabazz. And we will go until these two cowards decide to get back on their competition. All right. What happened? No, what happened on that fight? Didn't we do a competition fight? Who won that one?
Which one? Are you talking about Jeremy Stevens still? Because
we put action on that. We got really drunk, so we must have forgot.
The fight didn't happen. That was when they had the pre-fight, and the guy said he got hurt in that little shoving match. So the fight never happened.
Yeah, but then we did another competition on the next fight card. But
which one was it, Bill?
Yeah,
okay.
You and I broke even on the next fight card.
Okay, so Bill Send It 7 is still the reigning champ. And I say reigning because that's what he does. He rains down bombs. So
yeah, boom, boom.
Bill Send It 7, Fister. Nobody really cares. But anyways, unless you're under fire, then we really like those guys. So, Bill, who do we got in that fight? How's it going to happen? When's it going to happen?
I went back and forth in this one.
I'm glad you got to pick first, Bill.
Yeah. I went back and forth in this one a lot. But ultimately, I'm going to go with Hermansen with submission. He's coming off a loss, but it's to Marvin Vettori, which is not a bad loss at all. Vettori is fighting in the next pay-per-view for the belt.
Yeah, I bet on him that night. You know.
Yeah. Shabazzian, I mean, he's coming off a loss to boring ass Derek Brunson,
and he got fucking smoked.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to go Hermansen with a sub. I'm going to go with a second round sub. I think they're going to feel each other out a little bit. It's going to be late first round, early second round, but for sake of betting, I'll go with second round sub Hermansen.
Yeah, the clown disagrees. But go ahead, Joe. Who do you got in that one?
And so does William Begley on Gruntworks agrees with me. So
really? So William sounds like a tool. Okay, William. Hey,
clearly a smart man.
Don't listen to him, William.
Just so you know, William, I'm undefeated in the octagon. All right, anytime you want to come see me. All right, Joe, Trigger Britson, what we got?
This is why, Bill and I have not, and believe what you will, Bill and I have not had a chance to speak about this card, not one word, until we got on this call. And this is why we win. I thought about the same thing. Completely agree. I think Hermansen is a bad matchup for Shabazzian right now, because Hermansen, he's a striker. He's got almost 6 significant strikes per minute, which is a ton at 186. He's got a 3-inch reach advantage, and people forget Jack Hermansen's got 11 knockouts. So I'm going to go ahead and say Hermansen. Yeah, exactly. Just proves how important it is, right, Bill?
I'll give you important.
But I'm going to go ahead and say Hermansen.
Sit back down, Bill. It's almost like I knew he was going to sit down. So I looked.
Somebody shut that goddamn dog up. I'm just kidding.
Okay, Tombstone.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Hermansen by first round TKO. First round TKO. I think Shabazzian's chin has not recovered. I think Hermansen is crafty enough. He hits a lot. He throws a lot of punches, so he's gonna put it on him. And I think he's gonna come out, tee him up. Shabazzian's chin's not gonna be there, and he's gonna do enough to get a finish. So I'm going Hermansen first round TKO.
All right, there you have it, Trash Talkers and Gruntworks. That sounds like a lock coming. But anyways, we got a featherweight fight next with Ricardo Ramos against Bill Algeo.
Algeo, that's right.
Algeo. All right, so they both come in with similar records: 14-3, 14-5, respectively. Now, again, it's kind of hard to pick anybody who loses in the octagon because, like I said before, I haven't. But the clown is going to go with. I mean, this is hard because both of these guys have names where they seem like pretty boys, and they had the hot girlfriend, and nobody really liked them because they looked like whatever. But let me look at their faces here. Yeah, I'm going to go with Algeo because he looks like the uglier one. And I think the uglier one's going to take it here, and he's going to do it in the first 2 minutes with some kind of spinning knee kick, if that makes any sense, which it doesn't. But Joe, the clown has spoken. What is your
spinning
pick?
knee thrust?
There you go.
Just
I like
got
it.
back in the gym doing my squat thrust. So yeah, Bill Algeo is he's kind of like a poor man's Nick Diaz. He's tougher than shit. He actually, if you look at his camp, he trains out of Algeo MMA. He's got a big following. People,
original,
he's very well respected as a coach. And his last fight I saw him in, he was just an absolute tactician. I like Algeo to take this one by decision.
All right. Okay. Bill, do you agree?
Yes, actually. But to go back real quick, Daniel Walker also agrees Hermansen decision. He's going with the decision on the Hermansen fight. But
Who's this Daniel Walker guy?
If it goes decision,
hey, have we vetted this guy? What does he know? All right.
Yeah. Who do you know?
Right,
what is his name? What is his name? I want it.
Yeah. What's his address?
Yeah. For the Algeo Ramos fight, I went with Algeo just based on his chin. He hasn't been put to sleep. He's
like
just
a poor man's Diaz, right?
Yeah.
So you're doing the ranger instructor thing. We don't really watch your patrol. We just look at your chin. If you got a square jaw, you get to go. So
yeah, just like that. But yeah, none of these guys are ever going to fight for a belt. So really, I solely base this decision off of Algeo's chin. I think he's just going to tough it out. Just take Ramos deep into a place where he can't put him to sleep. So it'll probably might even be a boring ground fight, but it'll be Algeo decision, probably a unanimous one. So I'll give Algeo all 3 rounds. The Algeo decision.
Very nice. Very nice. I like the pick. Now to the fight that I was most excited to pick.
Well, it's Bill's wheelhouse.
Not today. All right. We got the women featherweight fight. And by the way, David Trenton is trying to call me right now. David Trenton is a very, very big part of VTT.
Should answer the phone and put him on speaker.
I should have answered it, but I didn't. But he's so invested in the VTT that he doesn't even know that we have a show going on right now. All right. So Dave Trenton, you're suspect. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
C plus. First sergeant, C plus.
I don't even want to write a script now because he's not even going to read it. I was going to write a script after the show. I might have to drink a couple cocktails.
Probably going to be Emmy worthy.
Yeah, I mean, my scripts are legendary.
By the way, we brought the fucking house down last night. Nick, did we not?
Huh?
Did we not bring the fucking thunder last night? That show was fun.
You guys need to go on the Ron and John show. You should like their page anyways. They only got like 500 people that like it.
The boom booms with you.
We could have,
dude. We had a ball, man. That was so much fun to be a guest and get questions asked to you.
Bill, did you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love my shirt. What's a SEAC? I still don't know what a SEAC is. Anyways, I know I'm going to get flack for that at my job as soon as people start watching it. But go on to the Ron and John show and subscribe to their page. All right, like them. All right, John Troxel, the retired SEAC, which is a senior enlisted advisor to the Joint Chief. Okay, he's a really awesome dude, and he's partnered up with a Ranger buddy of his, Ron, and they're doing great things. It's just they were such important people that they always bring these guys on that are important. All right, so they actually had the opportunity to lighten up and loosen up a little bit with us on there because we're nobodies. We're just grunts. All right, we're grunts, except for Bill. But anyway, so but again, Bill has his purpose. So let's get back to it. Just check out the Ron and John show. Seriously, right now, type up Ron and John. Go check it out. They're awesome dudes. All right, and they got great content. Anything you need to know, and they'll always help you out. So we got a women featherweight fight with Felicia Spencer and Norma Dumont. Got to do it, guys. Bye, Felicia. All right.
Oh man.
Bye. All right. Uh-oh. Dumont, first 5 seconds is going to knock her out with probably, I'm going to go with a right armpit sting. Okay. Right armpit sting. Felicia goes down. She looks at Joe Rogan and says, bye, Felicia. That's how the clown is picking this fight. So, Bill, who do you got in this one?
Absolutely not a chance.
Well, you said that last week.
It's going to be Spencer. Here's the thing with Spencer. She has been put through a meat grinder of an initial 5 fights in the UFC. Here's the thing with Spencer.
Tell them her last fight, Bill.
So Alicia Spencer has fought in Cyborg Santos and Amanda Nunes and took them both to decisions. So she's one of the few people who took Amanda Nunes all 5 rounds and took her to decision.
Never heard of her.
The only person that's done that besides her was Valentina. So Spencer, she's not getting put to sleep. Whereas Dumont, she's got some kinks in that armor. So I'm going to go with Spencer, 2nd round TKO, and I actually think it's going to be ground and pound. If not, she's going to sting her and put her in a sub just because she's wobbly. But I'm going to go with 2nd round Spencer via a ground and pound TKO.
Very nice. Very nice.
She's gone to head with the toughest females in this division. Put one of them to sleep in the 1st round, and the other 2 she took to decisions. So it's definitely going to be Spencer for sure, 2nd round.
Little different than the clown's pick. All right, so I don't know if the right arm sting is necessarily the right armpit sting is the right call. Yeah. I don't know what that move is, but I just invented it. Joe, who you got?
If we had the alarm, you'd sound it now because I got Spencer 2nd round, but just like the last time where Bill said Valentina was going to win by ground and pound, I said she was going to win by sub. We both knew what was going to happen. She was going to tee off, and the hell's her name, Bill? Who she knock out? I can't think of her name.
That must have been a really good fighter, Joe.
Well, hey, she got worked like we said she would. She did the panic. A lot of different ways. She did the panic shoot, and I thought she'd get tapped. Bill thought she'd get ground and pounded, and Bill was right. So once again, I'm gonna go ahead and say sub. I'm gonna say sub by she's gonna tee off on the ground and pound. Girl's gonna give her back up rear naked choke. So I'm going Felicia Spencer 2nd round submission.
All right, those of you who are new to the show, whenever these guys agree on the round and the way it's going to end, it's pretty much over. All right, we stopped doing math after a year because 1, we didn't really know how to do it, and then 2, it always came out over 90%. So either we're doing it wrong or these guys are just that good when they pick the same fight together. All right,
you're doing it wrong.
Especially when we agree and we haven't talked about the card yet. That's a sign.
Yeah. Yep.
For sure. Now we have the co-main. No, sorry. Excuse me. I skipped the fight. A heavyweight fight. Oh, nice. So we got Justin Tafa and Jared Vanderaa. So Vanderaa looks like the more experienced fighter just by record. Maybe you get the experts will explain this a little bit. And Justin's coming in with a 4-2 record. Let me look at these guys. All right. They both look like dudes that eat a lot of bratwurst from Wisconsin. So I like it. And so I'm going to go with Tafa winning. The clown says Tafa's going to win by disqualification because one of these guys' fat sausage fingers is going to poke him in the eye. All right. So I'm going to go with an eye poke by Vanderaa and Tafa winning by disqualification.
Lately, that's not that far off.
I know. The clown has some truth to it. Okay, so here we go. I mean, I've been drinking a lot. So whose pick is it? You got Bill, Joe.
It's
Bill.
Me.
Joe, it's your pick.
It's me.
I used math.
Yeah, man, this is another one. It's one of those heavyweight fights. And to be honest with you, heavyweight fights that are garbage or that are not top 10 guys have proven to be Bill and I's kryptonite if we did have. When these fatties go off, you never know who's going to really show up. So I'm going to go with what my gut's telling me, that Vanderaa's a little bit too chinny, and Tafa's going to catch him early and 1st round knockout.
So we agree on the round.
Yeah, 1st round.
I like it.
Usually these chubby guys, they take a little bit of something off their punches when they get, mid-2nd round. So usually the gas is coming round 1. So then he catches him round 1 and puts him to sleep.
So you hear that, ladies? If you take a chubby guy home, you only got about a couple minutes worth of fun. So, Bill,
Like Bernie Mac said, I'm giving you 2 minutes. That's all I got.
Bill, who you got on it?
Again, Daniel Walker and I are in agreement. It's going to be first round KO. Tafa. Tafa's just that tough
Alarm. Set the
Aussie
alarm off.
dude. Yeah, he's just that tough Aussie dude. And if you remember his last fight, Joe, he had some nasty leg kicks.
And he drank a beer after. He drank a beer in the ring afterwards. Did he not?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. That's Nick. You'll like the guy. He literally proclaims that he is a avid beer drinker, and that's his favorite thing to do after a fight's over is just pound freaking beers. I think he had
Which
one.
guy
in
is
the ring.
that?
Tafa.
Oh yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah. So everybody's picking Tafa in case you guys are paying attention out there. Everyone's picking Tafa.
Nobody gives a shit. They're all here to watch me.
His last fight, he had some nasty leg kicks that were impressive. So it's going to be, he's probably going to lead off with that. Watch this fight. He's going to lead off with leg kicks, slow that fat opponent down, and he's going to tee off and clock him with a.
And what Bisping say the UFC's turning into, Bill?
The ultimate calf kicking competition.
And when those big guys lay a calf kick on you, sometimes that's all it takes is one.
Yeah. So yeah, Tafa first round KO for sure.
Awesome. So now we go to the co-main, which happens to be a woman strawweight fight, which, as I've been learning from these experts, these strawweight fights are usually decision picks because they don't have enough pop behind them. All right. So we got Yan, whatever, versus Carla Esparza. So, all right, I think we can go with Tanner Port here. And I mean, we're going to pick the Americas over whatever Yan's name is. So I'm going to go with Esparza with, let's say second round ponytail grab, throat elbow. So that's how that's going to end. TKO, second round ponytail grab, which is, again, listen to the Sergeant Major of the Army, people. Grabbing a girl's ponytail is sexual assault. All right, don't do it. All right. So hey, Bill, who do we got in this fight? You're muted.
Bill, you're muted.
I know. I'm thinking. This is another tough one. Like you said, these girls just don't have that pop between them. They're all decision queens. Typically, I'd go with Jan. I just don't think she's fought the big time fighters, and I think Esparza is that next stepping stone for her. But I think I'm gonna go with Esparza, the decision. She came off a few losses, then she put together four straight wins together. One of them being Michelle Waterson.
Never heard of her.
I'm gonna go with Esparza by decision.
Joe, in case you're done chewing on your thumb,
and I'm openly saying I don't feel comfortable with this one. So definitely don't parlay it.
What if we put a point? What if we put a point on it?
Ooh,
because I got Yan by decision.
All right, let's do a point.
Oh
right.
Shit! Hey, make sure. Hey, the baker. Write this down because I'm gonna get way too smashed to even remember this.
Hey, go see the baker. He's got the numbers.
Baker. The baker's got. He's running the numbers. I like it.
But I like Yan. I like her size. Carla does not like to get punched in the face. We've seen what happens when the storm happens. So I like this Yan to just kind of overwhelm her. And maybe Carla gets around him with takedowns and steals one. But I like Yan 29-28 on all three cards.
Well, maybe that's why I defeated you in the grass out there at Fort Bragg, because if I look at your
never say all three cards. There's one judge that's going to be retarded.
Yeah, one judge is going to have it 30-25, and they're going to be like, "Hey, man, what? Cut him off."
I look at that pretty face of yours, and that's why you were just too worried about getting punched in it. So that's how I beat you. All right, so you got to watch out for that kind of stuff.
It is
okay. I can see where you're going.
It is remarkable. I appreciate the comment.
No worries. Too bad you covered up with that Just for Men beard you got going on. All right,
bro. You want to see the white patch here? There's a white patch.
Yeah, that's because you quit. Listen, you quit your job. You quit your job and you can't afford it. Joe just fell over. Joe, see, this is how easily. That's how easy I beat Joe. That is
That was
how
beautiful.
easy I beat him.
You have no idea
You
what kind of
realize that
one-handed grab that was.
From
was
75% of the country away, I got Joe to absolutely fumble all over himself and almost separate his shoulder without even touching him. Okay, so again, those of you who aren't tracking, I am 1-0 against Joe.
And most of you are not. It's okay.
All right, and so I have beat him when it came push came to shove, and the friendship was off. It was okay. only one man's walking out of here. All right, that was me. I walked out. Okay, and so
it was one of the first things we did in the match, Bill, which is good because Nick's got about 30 seconds of scrap to him, and then he's like, "Fuck, I'm done with this shit.
Fucking done with this shit. I'm not getting put in an arm bar. No way." All right, so anyways, let's go to the bantamweight main event. That doesn't sound very fun. So we got although bantamweights, they can scrap, right? They got a little bit of a punch to them. Yeah.
These guys are both brawlers.
So we got Rob Font and Cody Garbrandt. All right, Cody Garbrandt. I don't like him. I don't like how you corrected me on that either. So that's double whammy on how I don't like this guy. I mean, I can't say his name. That means he sucks. All right, so we're gonna go with Rob Font, and he's gonna win in the 5th round. Hey, wait for the clown. The clown has a pick here. Okay, the corner of whatever Garbrandt's name is gonna throw a beer bottle and hit Font in the 5th round in the head, disqualification. That's what the clown thinks is going to happen. So I'm serious. I got to stick with that. I got to get a clown mask and make my picks. It's gonna go down. Joe, who do you got in the fight?
Oh man, I got Font. Garbrandt, he's got the potential to come out and make this a brawl, but Font KO'd Marlon Moraes. He beat Ricky Simon. He's on a bit of a tear. He's got the reach. He's got the height. And Garbrandt's 3 losses are all 3 knockouts. I know he's fought the creme de la creme. He's fought the top of the top, but he got knocked out by Dillashaw twice. He got knocked out by Munoz.
Was that a baking term?
What's that?
Was that a baking term?
Negative.
Creme de la creme?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask the baker afterwards. Go see the baker.
Go see the baker. He's running numbers.
But yeah, I got Rob Font, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and say, 3rd round knockout.
Yeah, the clown doesn't agree. But anyways, Bill, who do we got? Bill's in trouble. So
Bill,
I have to. This is what they pay me for.
Bill, what's happening?
They pay me the big bucks to cover.
Bill, who's being mean? Bill, who's being mean to you?
When the wife comes in and says, "Are you doing another show?" Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, she's allowed to meet you whenever she wants. So, hello, young lady. How are you?
Good.
Hey, who's gonna win the fight?
Happy for you that you look like your mama.
Hey, we got Font versus Garbrandt. Who do we got in the fight?
Font versus Garbrandt.
One of them's got a lot of tattoos.
Pick like the clown. The clown picks based by name.
Font or Garbrandt?
Font.
There you go. She likes the clown.
Is that a girl?
So,
where's that giant dog? I see a tail.
Yeah.
So, I'm with Joe on this one. I'm just going to switch it up on the round. I'm going to go with Font. I'm going with Font.
The talk.
I'm going to go with 2nd round TKO.
Nice. All right.
Garbrandt. All of Garbrandt's knockout losses were super early in the fight. And Joe and I have talked about it. Everyone who's been following us have heard us talk about it. Some fighters just get that fight that changes them. And I think TJ Dillashaw changed Cody Garbrandt. Twice in a row, they got in a ring and Dillashaw just slept him in the 1st round. One, I think that changed Garbrandt's whole mentality and exposed a huge kink in that armor.
It was a lot like what happened to Conor after the Diaz and after the Khabib fight. He talked so much shit, and the other guy just stayed humble and worked his ass over and did it twice. And it was just like he knew his word had lost all credibility, and I think he lost his confidence.
So you're saying Conor McGregor lost his confidence?
Yes, I am, and I'm saying he probably won't. As far as in the ring, I think that once he gets in there, he's not ready to engage the way he was before.
Khabib changed Conor.
Yeah, Khabib was
well,
talking
Khabib
to
changed
him
a lot of lives.
Well,
Yes.
During the fight, there was a mic. During the fight, he was mic'd up, and you could hear Khabib talking shit to him while he slapped him around.
So
like
we could do we could do a correlation to this, kind of like when Joe was fighting me. It was like we're fighting Khabib. All right, so it's like Joe shouldn't get too upset losing to me because everybody lost to me. I mean, it's like what's that? I mean,
I like how you compared yourself to Khabib, but
Chris Martinez tapped you. I know that Marty tapped you.
Oh no! I was retired.
For the official show, I'll say Font's second round TKO.
There it is, official. I said third, right? I want third round. The reason why I say that is because I think Cody will stay on the outside, won't be as stupid, but it's not really going to matter. I think he's not going to brawl like you would, and I think he'll last a round or two, not quite engaging for the first couple of minutes, and then Font's finally going to figure him out and tee him up. Font's violent, man.
I would have blew UFC away with that fight with Chris Martinez. I know he's a fan of the page, but he doesn't really watch our shows. But again, UFC would have been like, why did he tap?
Well, yeah, then he can kiss my ass if he doesn't watch the show. You hear that, Marty?
Yeah, because Marty had me in zero position for me to tap, but I was just done. Like, I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm like, let's go. Let's get the better fighters.
Bill, the arm wasn't even straightened out in the arm bar yet, and Nick was like, no. I got to go out on mission tomorrow. No, I'm not doing that.
I was a 50 cal gunner on a QRF team at that point in time, which you don't ever miss those missions.
Well, what was I?
Ever.
If you were, so was I.
I'm just saying. So you were willing to risk that. I wasn't. So I want to pop.
I didn't risk anything because I won the. I didn't risk anything because I won the tournament.
Got another
Bill, by the way, I won the tournament.
What's up, Bill?
So another great Gruntworks comment from Tanner Port is 5 greatest MMA fighters according to Earl. Earl, and Earl.
Well, ask Tanner. Does he know anybody else who's undefeated in the octagon that could beat me? Like, Khabib. Well, again, Khabib and I are like the same. We're like the same guy. All right, we've already covered that, and it was science. I used the scientific method. Okay, and it's been peer reviewed by Tanner.
Literally, Nick started eating horse meat after watching Khabib's first fight.
Tanner just peer reviewed it and said that I'm the best. Like it's a source, man. I mean, you can take Tanner's word for it whatsoever. But let's get to Tanner real quick.
That's why I do the show, is because it really excites. It's like I know I'm making Tanner's week by being out here because he's clamoring for it every week. Right. He's the first one. I know that he needs that constant validation from us, so it makes me feel good to make his week. So let's talk about him.
If you pay attention to his Facebook page, he is really trying to get everybody on to like the Trevor Bauer ball scandal, the next story about Clayton Kershaw saying something. He's trying so hard to get people to forget that the Astros cheated. Okay.
I know, right?
And like, dude, we got it. You're a liberal, and that's fine. So you think that it's okay to do it because somebody else did it. You know who doesn't think that way? Conservatives. We don't think that way. We say when you do something stupid, you're stupid. Okay. So like the Astros were stupid. Just accept it. Okay, Tanner. All right. Like this, just do it. I want you to just breathe. Okay. Remember, Karen taught us this. You put your hand here, and then you put your hand here. And then when you breathe, Tanner, this hand should go up. Okay, because then you're using your diaphragm. So I want you to diaphragm breathe, Tanner, and then I want you to just realize that the Astros World Series is garbage. Okay,
I'll be dead serious about it, because the thing that hurts the most as an Astros fan has to be the fact that if you're really a baseball fan, you know baseball is one of the last sports that still had a little bit of self-integrity. And I know that may be a little bit of a redundant phrase, but like internally, baseball had that level of integrity that it totally cheapened the fucking game. Excuse my if there's little ears in the room, but I mean, and then the players took that seriously, man. They were insulted by it. So, what the Astros did was pretty. It was pretty fucking lame, man.
Yeah, it was bad. But anyways, Tanner, so any way you can cope with it, that's what the page is for. The page is for you to come on there and say what you want to say, and we will help you get through this part of your life. And again, that's what we're all about. Before we get, actually, I'll let you guys get into that, and then I'll get into my spiel. So now to the main point. Those of you who stuck around, those of you who are new to the show that just came on, you came on right at the money part, right? So this is where they tell you about all their awesome picks. So we're going to go with the champ first. We're going to go with Bill. All right, Bill, what are your locks? What are your parlays? And who's your DraftKings sleeper? Send it, 7-7.
Okay, so my locks are going to be Tafa and Spencer for sure are 2 locks. If I was to do a parlay, I do Tafa, Spencer, Hermansen. If you want a DraftKings cheap pick on the prelims, Court McGee is fighting a dude named Silva. Honestly, I don't know a lot about Silva, but for the love of God, Court McGee needs to retire, and he needed to retire probably 8-9 years ago. So take Silva. For somehow, Court McGee is the favorite in that fight. I don't know why. So take Silva over McGee. And the last bit of advice I'm going to give everybody is also on the prelims is Ben Rothwell. But he's like a minus 380. I'm going to tell you to avoid putting any money on that fight because you never know which Rothwell is going to show up. He's either going to be the next contender or the biggest piece of crap you've ever seen enter into an octagon. So, again, locks, Spencer and Tafa. Parlay, Tafa, Spencer, Hermansen, and Silva with the cheap money pick.
Very nice. Very nice. I wrote those down because, I wrote them down last week and shit. But anyways, hey, Joe. Who your locks? Who your parlays? Who's your DraftKings sleeper?
My locks are the same. I got Tafa and Spencer. I like Tafa, Spencer, and Font. I told Kevin Travers I'd get him a 3-fighter. Font right now is going off at a minus 115, and then you got Tafa at a minus 190 and Spencer at a minus 180. So it's not going to be bad money to parlay those. But yeah, definitely. And if I'm going one lock over the entire card, it's Spencer. So I got Spencer, Tafa, and Font as my parlay. I like. Hang on, where we at? Oh, never mind. Throw 4 in there. Put Algio in there, okay? Because I like him big time to definitely win going away. So
Algio likes Algio too.
Algio, Spencer, Tafa, and Font. All right, there you go, Kevin. Throw that one down. I agree on the Ben Rothwell fight, even though the guy he's fighting is 5'9", 263 pounds. What the F? Are you serious? This is gonna look like they just rolled a cab driver out there. But I like Silva as a DraftKings cheap play, even though he's moved into 105, so he won't be as cheap. And good Lord, there's a lot of fights on the prelim.
Jesus Christ, Joe, get your shit together.
They're all heavy chalk. So I like Silva as far as the DraftKings value pick, but as far as the team that I put together in that 4-fighter, you could afford all of them on DraftKings. So I'm not going to give them back to you because I don't want you to win the competition I'm playing. But those are definitely out there to build a pretty solid lineup.
Very nice. Very nice. So I'm going to I see Dave Trenton is commenting on the thread. So I'm going to do an impersonation of Dave Trenton hosting this show. Are you ready for it?
100%. Did you get that?
Cheers, Nick. Cheers.
It's a tough bill to swallow.
I got a question. Okay, so again, Dave, thanks for watching. Thanks for calling me during the show and disrupting my chi. That was very, very awesome of you. But anyway, hey, if Daniel Walker is still on, I just want to reiterate to the Gruntworks and the Trash Talk community, if you want to challenge these guys, they're going to put up $100 of their own money.
Hey, you know what? You know who called us out, but I won't bet money on it with him, is Daniel Gonzalez said he wants to come back. Old Danny G said he wants to come back and pick. And you know what, Bill? He actually beat us when he came and picked. I told him, I said, I'm not taking it easy on you this time. And that was the Algio fight that when Algio kicked that guy's ass, Danny
It's
picked
true.
him
It
and
was
I
that
picked
fight.
against him. Yep.
Very
But anybody
nice.
else, $100, you better put it up or we're going to come,
Yeah.
come
Hey,
looking
and
for
then
it.
we're gonna put a little kicker on that because we're, you know, a veteran-owned company, and just like Gruntworks and Veteran Trash Talk, owned by grunts. All right, owned by veterans, not like Grunt Style. Stop buying Grunt Style stuff. Burn their shit. Buy our stuff. Okay.
No,
Yeah, no Grunt Style. Grunt Style is stupid. So you're gonna have, we'll put up $100 of our own money if you want to challenge the experts, but then you got to buy a Gruntworks and then a Veteran Trash Talk shirt if you lose. Okay, that's going to be the deal. All right, and again, support veteran-owned companies. Now, a little bit of a spiel because Dave missed this on the last show. Check us out tomorrow. All right, we had our guest cancel. It was too bad, so we had somebody come on, and he's coming on to talk about his weightlifting gym that he started, and he's a typical Marine. All right, he looks like a Raiders fan. Probably is a Raiders fan. All right, big, tall, bald guy with a beard that's jacked. All right, so he's gonna come on and talk about his. That
was the picture you sent us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big dude.
So he's gonna come on the show and talk about the gym he just started. And guess what? We're gonna promote him for free because that's what we do. All right, we
That's
are
what I
taking
do,
care of
man.
each other. That's what I do, man. I got the baker in the back. You want to mess with me? All right, the baker's gonna.
You want to go
mess
see the baker? You should go see the baker, okay?
Yeah.
I told you the first time, Mike. Okay.
But hey, everyone that stuck around, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching our show. Big cheers to Veteran Trash Talk. Everybody that works for us, everybody that's doing everything for us. Gruntworks helping us out big time.
Thank
and then
you, Kevin Travers.
Veteran, we got Ventura Training and Athletics. All right, that they are awesome. So go see them. And we got 10th Mountain Bourbon. We got Zach Farkas. Those are our sponsors. I said their name good. They give us money. All right, so that's why I say it. But again, our main purpose is to put a big dent into veteran suicide. And we do that by taking a systematic approach to what is wrong. All right. It's not one thing, it's multiple things. Come on our page, talk to us. There's always going to be somebody on the page and the group that are going to answer you, that are going to talk to you. All right. And we're going to do as much as we can to help you. And the biggest thing that we can do is put you on the right track. And that's why we have one of our shirt lines is out as our phrase that we coined is get the demon out so we can crush it together. All right. We all got demons. All right. We've all seen the ugliness of war on this show. We've seen it. All right. We've seen like the stuff that is, you know, it's not in movies. All right. And it's deep inside. All right. Get that demon out. It's okay to talk about it. It's all right to, you know, say that you're struggling. And, you know, somebody's going to be on the page that was maybe there with you. Somebody's going to be on and the bigger we get, then somebody's going to know exactly what you're talking about. And then you're going to reconnect. And then, you know, you're going to get that sense of brotherhood, sisterhood again. And that's what we're here for. So again, thanks for watching. Remember, go get their locks, get their parlays, put a little bit of money down. Let us know how you did. If you want to challenge the experts, hit us up on veterantrashtalk.com. Hit us up on mail call, and we'll get you on the show, and we'll let you challenge the experts. Until then, we'll see you guys later.